All right, we should be live here. There goes YouTube and Twitch. I'm just checking. This is okay. I'm just making sure I have the quality options on Twitch still. Good. That's still set up and stuff. My cat's here, by the way, if you hear any meowing. But yeah, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some Mario Kart World. Hey Razold, how's it going? But yeah, we had fun yesterday. We're going to keep doing it today. It's a Sunday stream, so only got a couple hours, but that's fine. We'll have fun while we're here. Hey Sackboy, welcome to the Twitch stream. How are you doing today? I keep getting confused. Does tricking forward or backward get you to the ground sooner? I think, yeah, forward makes you get to the ground faster, and then back keeps you in the air. I zoomed in my webcam a little bit on the streams here. Just because when I play my Switch games, I'm a bit more leaned back, so hopefully it looks a bit better size-wise. You thought? Yeah, that's why I didn't throw it. And if I did throw it, it would just give people in front more coins, so. Speaking of coins, jeez. I got like hit and squish there. How many games did you download for your Switch? Oh, quite a bit. I can show after this race here, if I remember. But basically, if society collapses and the power grid goes down and the internet collapses in on itself or whatever, I've basically got enough games to last ages. That was a nice little boost. What I don't like is that car just staying in the way. Well, let's see. I thought for sure I was gonna get hit by something there. Never bet against surviving a bunch of items in this game. I do like that shortcut though. That was pretty neat. I thought there was... Is there really no item that spawns there? There's just a weird gap. That's crazy. I'm watching out for them from back spamming, but... Oh my... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone hates King Boo today for some reason. Also, Sackboy, I'm glad you brought up yesterday that daylight savings time was, I don't know, starting or ending. Oh, come on. I forget which, but I'm glad you brought up that I needed to change my clocks back because I forgot to do it until like earlier today. Not that I really like need it too much. Like I still have my phone and stuff, which is automatically changed, but it's mainly, I mainly needed to change it for like my thermostat and stuff so that the schedule on there is correct. My thermostat and then my microwave and stuff. That may have caused some confusion if I didn't change it. But yeah, I did see that like this morning. I was like, wait, why does it say, why does my thing say it's like 3:10 instead of 2:10? And I was like, oh wow, yeah, time and stuff. There was no, did they get off the railing just to hit me? That's crazy. Well, even though I got full coins and stuff. Yeah, look, how good did getting off that rail to screw me over do for you, huh? Did it really get you that far ahead? Oh well. I can sort of show you how much I downloaded now. So, Wrestling Empire and Mario Kart World, obviously I had downloaded before. I downloaded a few demos, Donkey Kong Bonanza demo, and then a bunch of like games I had on Switch 1 and demos I had on Switch 1. I don't know, I don't have any particular time when I'm going to try out these demos. Just like, I just think it's good to have. Arc I got like on sale for like dirt cheap, so that's the only reason why I have it on Switch. But yeah, Mario Golf Rush. I got Rocket League downloaded for like the crew stuff, so I can log in there, get the free car with Fortnite crew and stuff. Just more demos off the road. I actually really like this demo. There's a lot of stuff you can do in there, and I honestly don't really like the game enough to, I honestly don't think I really need to buy the game. Like, I just like the Off-Road Unleashed demo. But yeah, I got Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 downloaded. I want to play Breath of the Wild Switch 2 first, but might as well have it downloaded, I guess. The older Mario Party games, tabs, Smash Bros. I never play Smash, but I own it, so I guess if someone wants to play Smash, then fine. The Skyrim DLC, I have Skyrim physically. Sims Kingdom, the Jedi Knight games on Switch. Those will really be cool if I have a period where I have no internet. The Super Mario 3D All-Stars, I've already played Galaxy recently, but I don't know. I haven't played Mario 64 or Sunshine, so I have those if I want to. Jackbox games, Mario Tennis Aces, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. All of the Switch online console stuff. I deleted these before because I never really play these and I wanted to save a bit of space. But now that I have a 256 gig card, by all means have them all on there. Fast RMX, which I have Fast Fusion, but I still want to have Fast RMX installed for old time's sake. And then Fortnite, I transferred over to my SD card and then updated. So now it's Simpsons Fortnite. I also think I transferred over Civ over Portal games. And I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, I think that's everything I changed. So yeah, like basically everything I owned on Switch 1 is now installed. Which is why I liked before when I had my old SD card, but that broke, so. Out of curiosity, how much Yeah, look at this. That's a 256 micro SD card, and I have 30 gigs left. And at least now I'm saving all my screenshots and stuff to the system SD card, so if this one fails, I don't need to worry about like losing my screenshots again. But yeah, like literally everything I bought over the course of the Nintendo Switch 1's life cycle is installed. And Switch 1 games are very small compared to Switch 2 games, so that's part of the reason why I have so many games installed. Like, oh, and Nintendo does do a great job of compressing their games too, so yeah, it's not like I intend to play every single one of those games. It's more so like I really like the fact that I can have basically my entire Switch 1 library installed and still have free space for like games that get updated like Fortnite and stuff. And if I get like, and for newer games, like I can always easily find stuff to uninstall. Like I don't need those demos installed. But I like having them so I can like try something new if I'm in the mood. We're on the exact same track. We might do some normal races later just so we aren't, just so there's more variety, I guess. Woo, that was kind of close. Are you serious? How did you get a Mega Mushroom that close to first? I really hate the Mega Mushroom. It's just so annoying because you get squished and completely stopped in your tracks. That wasn't really worth swerving away from. I'm going to use this. No! Just to provide some protection to guarantee I don't get screwed over last minute. Steal something for me, my minion. Oh my goodness. I don't like everyone stacking up like that. Yeah, third-party developers also compress their games for Switch consoles, yeah. And like I said, Switch 1 games are generally much smaller too, so Nintendo does an extremely good job of that was a crazy green shell. Wow. Nintendo does a great job of compressing their games, but a lot of games on Switch 1 also had to really be compressed by third-party devs just so they could fit on the Switch's like tiny internal storage. So yeah, all that combined means I get a lot of games installed at once. Like that's a lot more games than I even have installed on my PS5, despite me playing more on my PS5. Just guarantee the what did I get hit by? Oh my. I had protection. Time to go off-roading. Stupid. You can steal a golden mushroom mid-use? Actually, I'm curious now. Do they get the full gold mushroom, or is it already mostly used? Because I already had a lot of it used. Curious. Oh my. That was a nasty shell. Okay, well. Are you serious? How long does it take for you to back up? It might have been faster for me to just straight up go off the course there. Oh my goodness, and now we're... That guy really wanted to screw me over, didn't he? He just loved throwing that boomerang. I think that's like, I also got screwed at that very bridge the other day, right? Wasn't that the one that's... I got bumped off the railing? I have terrible luck around that bridge in particular. Oh yeah, I also, it's kind of ridiculous, but I pre-ordered the Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 Edition upgrade thing, which is a lot of words, but yeah, I got the upgrade for that they announced. It's like $5 because really all you get is like better resolution and stuff, but I was like $5 for it to look better on Switch 2. Sure, I'll do it. It's like the only game I have pre-ordered right now. Well, technically it's... Is it DLC? I guess it's DLC. I mean, I don't play Animal Crossing like a lot regularly now. Like, I used to play it a bunch, but I'm not super into it, but I figure like, hey, if I get back into it, or if I just want to revisit things in the future, I'll happily take like an upgrade. Especially for like $5. Like that's like what's the phrase? Oh, we got 2 Goombas in here. That's like something you just buy, just out, impulse buy. That's like impulse buy territory. I don't like the chain shop there. Gotta love getting hit when you're dragging a shell. Could have been worse. Gotta get rid of that at the item box. My goodness. Okay, just go. I don't care. Just use it now. Just get past the finish line. Don't get screwed over at the first gate. Today especially feels like the first couple gates are brutal, but once we get through like the first, what, 3 or 4 gates, it gets a lot less chaotic. I hate the super mega mushrooms. Like, that's twice in a row there. I just like completely stopped from getting squished. I guess the other thing I hate about the Mega Mushroom is that a lot of times it doesn't feel like there's much warning. Okay, that was crazy. At least I wasn't like too far off. I don't think, well, that really did much, but whatever, just get past the checkpoints. I gotta remember the railings aren't really good on the tour version. Or the tour version? The knockout version of this track. Because you go right, not left. That's a lot of junk there for food. Oh, come on. I couldn't have lasted a little longer. It's a crazy bomb. Suck up all the coins. I got spooked. Alright, we're looking pretty good in terms of coins now. Just try not to get hit here. Oh, that guy really wants to hit me. Unfortunate timing there for you to drop that banana. That's fine. We're past the checkpoint. Yeah. I figured out the other day that you can trick forward and make the jump between railings there. Oh, okay, well, that was just sloppy on my part. Okay, well, that's blue shell protection. Now, I was envisioning that would end up better. Someone stole my question block, fine. I don't need coins anyway. Yeah, see, now that we're like top 8 guaranteed, it's so much... It feels so much better. Like we're not constantly getting screwed over by items. You know what would be nice if they added like a more traditional like 12 person race or something with just a little bit fewer people. Maybe some things would be more OP and others would be not so great, but I do tend to enjoy races more when there's fewer people on the track. Let's just chill with what we got. Psych. Hold on to that coin so I'm guaranteed an item. Now we're just front running. We're running away with it. This is where the extra speed on King Boo comes in handy. Give me something other than the feather, please. Alright, unless there's like a crazy lightning here or something. Even if there's lightning, I don't know if you like fall or respawn if you get hit by lightning here. There's a blue shell, but I think I should be fine. Top 4 guaranteed. Hold the coin for an item after the blue shell, and I get my stuff back. I'm not doing a trick there, I'm just drifting. I think I need to practice a bit more on this final part here. I feel like there's more stuff you can really do. Still had invincibility frames. If he waited just a wee bit longer, he could have like pulled ahead of me there, but he was just a little bit impatient. And I didn't end up getting hurt by that last SD card. SD card? Man, I got SD cards on the brain by that last red shell. See, when I'm not getting like squished like 10,000 times by the mega mushrooms, I do pretty all right. I don't know. I think we'll do like 1 or 2 more and then we'll do some regular races for a while. Maybe we'll switch back for the last few bits of the stream. Might as well get that. I swear, it feels like there's like half the amount of knockout tours that are in the game. People play the same ones all the time. Ooh. That was a bit iffy. Those last few, I kind of have to go. Ugh. I don't know how I didn't get squished there, but I'm not complaining. Never mind. Okay, yeah, we are kind of close. I should just use this. This part doesn't really have a lot of shortcuts you can take anyway. That way I'm less likely to get completely screwed over last second. I don't know what he got hit by. It looked like he got hit by my shell, but my shell kept going. Oh well, it's fine. Like I've said before, when it comes to knockout tours, as long as I like get 8th or higher, then I'm pretty happy. You know, these first few ones, there's just a lot of items you can easily get completely screwed over. I'm actually fine with that. Because that guy lost the shells. Ooh. Woo! Came at that a weird angle, but thankfully, since you can drift mid-air like that, I just adjusted. You were not in mega mode there. I should not have gotten squished. Are you? He still stole the items. Yeah, see, like, I didn't even realize there was a giant guy next to me. I think they really should make the alerts for the Mega Mushrooms a bit more apparent. Oh. Yeah, that was a good throw. Well, that was not exactly where I wanted to take that shortcut, but it worked out. For a second I thought I missed the food, but I didn't. Well, someone tried to get me. Alright, I think on this one, it's like the checkpoint's right around the corner. So, just get past the finish line. We're top 12 guaranteed. Alright, this part goes really far to the left. Oh, I am missing items though. Let's try to get one. Yeah, this is actually not bad. I'm still not sure if I'm faster. You're probably faster on land, I would assume. But staying out of all the chaos, that's not terrible either. Nah, I should have just gone for the double. Okay, well, I gotta start going. Checkpoints coming up. Are you serious? Right at the... I had a pretty good chance of getting 8th there. Or at least qualifying. Unfortunate. Switch 1 without the Joy-Cons is larger than my phone. I mean, yeah, Switch 1... Well, both Switches have pretty big screens. Phones need to fit in your pocket, so they're more restricted. I'm not really sure what I'm expecting by going back into regular races. I'm not expecting it to get screwed over less. I don't know, just at the very least we're switching it up a little bit. With regular races, all 24 people just stay in, so bagging is much more effective. Whereas on Knockout Tour, you at the very least in Knockout Tour, you kind of have to stay further up. You know, you can't just stay in the back most of the time. You have to front run to some extent, otherwise you risk getting eliminated at each part of the race. Honestly, that kind of feels like what this game was optimized for, like the Knockout Tour. Because in Knockout Tour, having 24 players makes a lot more sense. I can put the Switch 1 tablet in my pockets. Nice. You got pretty deep pockets then. Most pockets aren't that big. And actually, when you say that, are you talking about like fully in your pocket, or like it's holding it in your pocket but it's still like sticking out? There is a difference. I can't spectate the race, can I? I don't think so. I think I can teleport to wherever the race is. Yeah, I can go on the track, but I swear, if I was like still a kid, I would have gone crazy for this world. I could totally see myself like back in middle school or whatever, coming back from school and just exploring the world all day. That's kind of what I did with like The Simpsons Hit and Run and the Battlefront games. We didn't pay for Xbox Live or anything, so. Alright, this is a much more simpler map in the regular race mode. It's 5 laps as opposed to like the normal 3. And it's kind of just like a regular circle racetrack. Man, you look at all the items. Ooh. That destroyed my boomerang. Yeah, it just feels like there's less you can do to counter items when there's 24 people like right around you. No wonder people like the bag. Mm. Well, I didn't really intend to bag or anything there. Dolphin. Okay. Ah, they passed me at the last second. Alright, that's fine. Still, second place on the first regular race is crazy. 44 VR I got for that. With the Joy-Cons in it, depends on how deep the pockets, yeah. I just use a carrying case. Just a good little carrying case with like a handle and stuff. Well, I tried. Ooh, I'll do the spaceport. Should I get bizarre, really? We're just bullying all the AFK guys. The Pinball FX games are good examples of fully supporting touch inputs. Interesting. I mean, I've seen them. I'm not really a pinball person, though. How much do they usually go for? I don't know how much I'd pay just for, like, pinball. I know they've done a bunch of like crossover stuff to sell like DLC and things. Like I saw they had like a Star Wars one for when the new movies were coming out. I don't know how well those would have done. Hold on to the coin for a guaranteed item, though in 6th we'd probably get one anyway, I suppose. Whoop. I mean, I didn't mean to do that, but that might have actually been the play there. With those triple reds. How many people still main the cow? I know the cow was sort of like a meme when the game first came out, but I wonder how many people actually still use them. Well, for stuff other than like time trials, I guess. Ooh. Well, that could have gone a little better. I stopped the first barrel, but alright. Note to self, don't go like right next to the corners here. The barrels will throw you off. Oh my goodness. Those are crazy chain chomps. They take up the entire course there. Well, that didn't really do much for me. I envision that going a little better. Well, unfortunate. We're coming up on the last part, so I don't think we're going to be able to really get too many more positions. Yeah, especially with just like a golden mushroom on a straight road. It's free to play? Oh, so they just sell DLC. There's a little raft out here. I don't know. I mean, I really do think I would have liked exploring this world as a kid, but at the same time, I feel like there would need to be more if that was the main selling point of this game. I mean, it kind of is, but in reality, I think the main selling point of this game is that it's Mario Kart. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been the Mario Kart game for 10,000 years. Yeah, I see. I get that, Sackboy. I tend to just ask for my subscriptions to be gifted to me as like a Christmas present or something. I mean, Switch Online, like the non-expansion pack version at least, even with the expansion pack, isn't like terrible. So you could just easily ask someone, hey, can you get me a year of Switch Online? And then you just don't have to worry about it. I wonder if they're going to raise the price at some point. Especially with Microsoft not really doing too well on the console side. And Microsoft's already raised a bunch of prices and stuff, and along with Game Pass. And didn't Sony raise the price of PlayStation Plus like early this year? Or was that something else? I might be thinking of just like the console price change. Still wouldn't be surprised though if Nintendo raised theirs a bit. If there's a lack of competition, there's no real reason to compete on prices. Though, you know what? If the rumors are true and Sony's focused on getting a handheld as their next piece of hardware, then maybe they will still be competitive, but they'll compete more with Nintendo than like a home console thing. Oh my goodness. Yep. That guy was just bouncing around everywhere. Like, come on. Use the bill to suck up the coins. Excuse me. Those two items alone got me up to first, though. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect that to, like, completely and utterly destroy me. Usually you don't slow down nearly that much off-road. At least it doesn't feel like it. Get the double. I don't know why we're doing Kamek in third, but... Well... Could have been worse. I could be that guy that was in front of me. I don't even know who that was because of Kamek, but... I didn't gain or lose any VR from that. Twice in its lifetime? It feels like it was more than that. But maybe I'm just thinking about like the PlayStation Extra or whatever. Last year for Christmas, I wanted Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack and the base PlayStation Plus. This year, I think it's going to be PlayStation Plus Extra and then standard Switch Online. Although I don't think you can really like downgrade mid subscription, so I might need to hold on to like whatever card I get until my current Expansion Plus membership runs out in March, I think. I don't know. I've like never used the played the extra games you get with the expansion pack. I guess I was hoping for more when they announced GameCube games. But it's still just like Soul Calibur and just like a couple other games. Now, if they included some Wii games with, you know, support for non-motion control stuff, that would get me to potentially consider the expansion pack. And really, it doesn't seem like impossible, because the Wii was basically a fancy GameCube. Ooh, that barely missed me. Oh my God. Steal something from me, my minion. A singular mushroom. I suppose that's better for me to have than someone else, but I want something different. How much protection did you have there? It's hard to snipe with those hammers. Ow. Good coins, good coins. Steal something from me, my minion. People are going to do the crazy wall strats. I can't really be bothered to do all that. I tried to get rid of it, but I failed. Here, just hold that behind you. Watch, someone's saving up a lightning for this last corner. Don't mind if I do. Even after all that, like, that wasn't really too great, considering I had a star and a ghost. Really? That was back in 2023? Actually, wait, wasn't the 2023 price hike for if you didn't get the 12-month bundle? PS Plus 12 months. No, it was to 80. Maybe I was thinking about Xbox Live or something. Not Shy Guy Bazaar. That's quite expensive. I mean, 80 bucks is like a full-on new AAA game. It used to be more than a full new game, but you know, you get the idea. I guess they figure that it's easier to get you to spend 60 bucks on online games that you already play and enjoy and love than to risk you just buying like a game that isn't really that great. I don't know. That's more than I remember than it used to be. I want you to Switch Online by comparison. Like the base price. I think it's much cheaper, right? It might be like half that. I want to say 40, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't paid for it in like ages because I always get it as a gift, but... Woo! Yeah, just get some protection out. Oh, that was close. I'm going to not do that and just cut corners. You get speed boost here, or is that just a visual effect? That is unfortunate timing for whoever's in first. I'll happily take third. $20 for basic. Bruh. And the 12-month with expansion is 50. Honestly, I don't really think extra $30 is really worth it, but I mean, whenever I look at the games that are like in the N64 app or the GameCube app, it just doesn't really seem like it's worth it to me. Then again, I guess none of the stuff in the Switch Online apps really appeal to me because I grew up with the Xbox, and that's the games for like that generation forward are stuff I'd be more interested in. Let's see, Game Pass Core 12 months. Really? That's 75 too. Bro. I swear, like, people complain about like the Switch 2's price. I think that the Switch 2's prices started looking a lot better since like everyone else raised their console prices too. But like, you compare the price of Switch Online to PlayStation or Xbox, like, that's a steal. That's what, 4 years of Switch Online for the same price as a year of PlayStation or Xbox? Tried to get some coinage there. That's much better. Alright, where should I use this? Well, I don't want to wait until I get hit. Now, this isn't ideal. I kind of wish this block acted as some sort of protection. Oh well. I remember when PS3 was free online. Yeah, that's especially crazy. To go from free online in the PS3 generation to paying $80 a year now. That's a crazy price increase. At least with like Nintendo, you went from free to $20 a year. Like, look, yeah, Nintendo's doing some greedy stuff, but you can literally just get a year of Switch Online and then use that money you saved towards like games and stuff, or the upgrades that you need to pay for, which are optional, by the way. I'll do Peach Beach. Like, if you went from Switch 1 to Switch 2, like, does it suck that you need to pay for the Switch 2 upgrades for a lot of games? Sure. But you're already saving money on the online anyway, so... Maybe not compared to Switch 1, but compared to the other consoles. I still can't get over. I thought it was like cheaper than $80 a year for PlayStation Plus. That's kind of crazy. I'll say this, at the very least, like the games that you get with PlayStation Plus do seem to be quite a bit better than what you get on Xbox and stuff. Like the games that you got for Xbox were trash for the longest time. And the Game Pass, that's fine, but you don't get to keep those as long as you keep the subscription. That's a crazy banana to just spawn on top of me. Yeah, but PC, you gotta do a bunch of other stuff. You have to worry about like settings. You gotta worry about compatibility with your PC and stuff, and your hardware. At least like with Nintendo's online, like paying $20 a year seems like reasonable. Like if you're going to charge for online, at least just make it like that. Or if you're going to charge $80 a year like Sony does and Xbox does, then at least provide like just a basic version that doesn't include like any games. Like a lot of people just want to play online, you know? You shouldn't have to get all this extra stuff. Alright, I got the double items there. For some reason, I almost always tend to miss the item blocks there. I like go too far to the side or something. That's crazy. Seventh. Oh my god. Just like one tiny little hit and that sent me like careening off the track. That didn't feel like it was really my fault, I'll be honest. I feel like I deserved a bit more slack there. Toad's Factory, easy choice. The game storefronts for PC are the ones who pay to keep online multiplayer. I mean, sometimes it depends on the game. Sometimes the game devs will run their own servers. Like, not every game on Steam uses Steam for online. But the difference is for every game on console, I think they all have to go through PlayStation. Or they all have to go through Xbox, as long as they're not free to play. Well, I guess technically on Steam, well, you don't need to be online to use Steam. You can go in offline mode, but... But like, if you want to have a multiplayer game on Steam, then you don't have to use Valve stuff. Gotta love those mega mushrooms. Let's see. If we are where I think we are, we're not. I don't know why that just broke there. You'd think that it would target someone else, but hey. I avoided being hit, so... Okay, someone did that on purpose. Well, hopefully someone did that on purpose. Get vengeance on whoever dropped the stupid banana right there. I don't want to go up. No item, that's great. Don't touch me. How did you slide all the way over there and steal that from me? Oh my god. I think that's the last item box too. I mean, see, that doesn't even feel fun. Like, you just miss that one last item box and you're just screwed by everyone else. You have to get items, otherwise you will get screwed over. It doesn't feel like it was that bad in Deluxe. Let's see. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more races, then go back to Knockout Tour. And we'll do the last like half hour or so on Knockout Tour. Still feels like it takes 10,000 years to stop and back up. Good old Knockout Tour. I don't know. At least in Knockout Tour, like, you're not constantly having to deal with 24 people. Like, you do at the beginning, and that is annoying, but once you get past a few gates, then it's much less chaotic. And look, hey, I know, like, when Deluxe was out in the main game, I've said before that, like, chaos is part of the fun of Mario Kart, but I don't know. I think Deluxe did a better job of balancing chaos and fun, because there is such a thing as too much chaos. And when you're, like, in the middle of the pack, especially if you don't get, like, items to protect yourself with, it's just way too chaotic. And hey, even if you do get like protection, like if you get like triple mushrooms or something, like I found many times that I'll just immediately lose that. Like, I constantly feel like I'm losing all three of my triple reds and triple greens. Well, you know what? There's an item box coming up. Let's try to use this before then. Oh, I thought I missed it. We got there just in time. Well, that could have been a lot worse. At least for those red shells, I'm already going downhill. Oh my goodness. You know what? If hitting that bomb slowed me down and got me an item there, then I'm not going to complain too much. Oh my goodness, that was... There's no way someone was directly behind me to throw that. That had to have been a bounce. Well, how good are, like, mushrooms gonna be here? Like, there aren't really massive shortcuts like there are in the cross-country tours, or the cross-country, like, maps. Yeah, and this is the other thing, like, it feels like I'm already really close to the best level, the best stuff the best rooms and VR I can get. Like, I think it goes up to, like, what, 9,100, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The fact that I'm already, like, at 7,000 is kind of crazy. Like, at least in Deluxe, you had much more crazy levels of score like that. And it was did a much better job of, like, showcasing, like, how much someone's played the game. Not perfect, but like, when I come here in, like, to a match and I see someone with 8,000 MMR, like, has that person been playing constantly since day one, or have they just been playing for a few weeks and have just gotten lucky for a good chunk of it? Like, it's harder to tell in this game. Whereas in 8 Deluxe, if someone has, like, 99k VR, you know they've been, like, playing for ages. Alright, probably the last race before we go back to Knockout Tour. How do I get my NVIDIA GPU to encode at multiple resolutions if I decide to start doing some streams? So for Twitch, well, you have a couple options. If you're just doing the Twitch, well, honestly, you know, it's very complicated because Twitch has its own thing where you can select to do its own, like, to record in multiple resolutions. And then if you want to stream to other platforms too, then there's, like, a plugin you can get that lets you go on multiple, encode multiple stuff. And actually, like, if you're doing YouTube, you don't even need to worry about it because YouTube does it for you. I think it's called like enhanced broadcasting in OBS or something for Twitch. For me, I do both. So I do enhanced broadcasting for Twitch, but I also have the plugin that lets me stream to YouTube as well. And that's why I only have like 3 different resolution choices on Twitch, because I limited the amount of different resolutions I can encode in. So that way I also have like processing power to encode the YouTube stream. And YouTube I only need to, encode once. We're coming up at the end here. Ooh, I don't know if I pulled ahead of both of them. That's kind of crazy. I thought if anything, they both came in front of me, but somehow I got first in that. Well, you know what? What better place to end the regular race portion of this stream? Let's go back to Knockout Tour. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Yeah, Twitch enhanced broadcasting is what you enable to stream at multiple resolutions. And you can limit like how many different resolutions you do. Like if you're just streaming to Twitch and you got like the internet bandwidth and stuff, you can totally do like all the different kinds of resolutions. Like you could do 144p, 240p, 360p, 420p, 720p, and 1080p. Like you can do all that if you want, but for me, I need to save processing power at least a little bit for my YouTube stream. And so that's why on Twitch, you'll only see the 360p option, the 720p 60 FPS option, and the 1080p 60 FPS option. I figure like for all practical purposes, like there really isn't going to be a situation where 360p is fine, or where 360p isn't fine, but like a super low resolution like 240p is. 360p is like very low res, and it's at 30 FPS, so it's like even if you're on like mobile and stuff, like I don't think that should be too bad. Like, are you really losing a whole lot by doing 360p instead of like 240p or whatever? Like, what's even the point of watching the stream if that's what you're limited to? Steal something from me, my minion. Alright, well, yeah. I'll do a little jump there, I guess, and then just hold that for protection. Oh my goodness, what is that Donkey Kong doing? He was just like going sideways that entire time. Like, you know, it's ideal to go straight in a race, right? He like veered across the entire road. Alright, I got max coins. Go, go, go! Give me an item, please. What? How did that still track me through all that? I went on the wall and everything. Oh wow, that was crazy timing there. I can't even be mad at someone else for that. That was just a crazy timing with the boost and everything. Use it or lose it. Well, tried the Super Horn of Star. At least that one wasn't trying to Super Horn me with a star. Oh my goodness. We're still early on, so it's still really hectic. Yeah, just get the protection out. Ooh. That was crazy. I got protected by all that, all those bananas. Every single one. Really? You just had to veer over to me and squish me like that. Bro. I'm telling you, until we get like to the top 16 or top 8, like it's just insane. Like I saw that guy from a million miles away. I veered to the left so that I would have more. He would have more space on the road, and instead of going straight and getting the most out of that boost, he decided to veer off to the left and squish me instead. Like he was guaranteed a spot if he just kept going forward, but no, he had to veer all the way to the side of the road and squish me too. Atrium, stream, or restream for the plugin? Atrium. Atrium, I think, is... Well, actually, there's... For multiple resolutions, if that's all you want to do, then there's a plugin that's, like, specifically titled, like... something different. Atrium is mainly... Well, you can use it for, like, a different resolution. If you want to stream to like a different platform too. Like that's how I did the vertical streams, but I'm just sucking up all the coins so no one else gets them. Interesting. I didn't realize there was a shortcut there. I don't know how that thing in front of me took out the protection I was dragging behind me. What was that guy thinking? He had a a giant mushroom. He tried to squish me and failed because it ran out. And then he also had a super horn that he used. But using that made him go off the track. So he ended up just screwing himself over there by going on off-road. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, well. Did that guy backspam away his mushrooms? That was a wild super horn. He got like 5 people with that. That might have been a bit more than I should have gone for. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Well, you thought. That was sketchy there in terms of timing. Woo. Get the free food. Get the protection. That felt kind of mean. I'm sorry, Toad. But I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And hey, I think that might be him. I think he might have made it past anyway. Watch out for the hammers. Ow. Ow. Well. Oh, barely made it past the checkpoint there. And now, at the very least, if I barely make it by, I know for a fact that there's like no one really behind me with anything crazy. Let's just use this. See, look, this is called using mushroom to get past off-road areas, not just screwing people over. Oh, you tried. Ow. I'm targeting the Bowser a little bit because he relies a lot more on coins. And if I can take away his coins, the worse he's going to do. It means he has to focus more on collecting coins than just straight up racing with max speed. Ow. I don't even know who used that. Oh boy, well. Avoid the Mega Mushroom. Unfortunately, I think that's the last item box. Let me see what the name of that plugin is. Okay, it's showing me the author of it, but and a link to PayPal, but I want the actual thing. Here, plugin manager. Okay, it's not showing up in the plugin stuff. Oh no, it's OBS Multi RTMP, I think. By Sora Yuki. I missed the boost because I was reading that, but yeah. Hey Hyper, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. Goodness. Cut the corners. Me and this other guy got a shock dodge out of that? That's crazy. Getting a shock dodge with a star in like first is insane. I need coins. There's like no coins anywhere here. Well, of course that didn't go in front of me, and I used that too late. Unfortunate. We'll pick up the scraps of coins on the road here. Oh great, is that going for me now? Well, could have been worse. Nope. I get that, Hyper. Yeah, that sucks when that happens. Hopefully you get through them all right. A little bit of drag there, but I think it was worth the shortcut. Love getting squished. Steal something from me, my minion. Three mushrooms. We're actually like right next to the checkpoint, so I need to use it all now. That was actually really close. Are you? Of course, he had to steal that too. I swear, there's so many people that just like veer so far across the road. I'm surprised I didn't get squished there. Not that I'm complaining, of course. No items again, I swear, like... I should be able to get items there. They should respawn very quickly. Are you serious? I mean, I know they don't respawn instantly, but geez. If I make it through this, that's insane. Okay, somehow I didn't fail there. The fact that I made it that far without any items is wild. Did he like go from behind me to going in front of me and stealing that item? That's wild. Boss is gonna block the double item for so long. Alright, let's hold on to this for a wee bit. And by a wee bit, I mean until like now. That was crazy there too. Going from like barely qualifying to first in that one little section. We'll see if I keep it, but I mean... Well, that wasn't the ideal slowdown. I saw the blue shell coming in, was just trying to not get hit, but could have been worse. I don't know, the feather just isn't that great. Watch out for this guy and his shells. He does seem to be being a bit more defensive, which I'm grateful for. A guy that doesn't try to screw over everyone else the second he gets an item? What? I'm holding my breath. I'm not gonna assume we've got this yet. We still got one massive stretch of road here. All right, well, what a comeback. Jeez. I'll be honest, I didn't expect to come in first there. Like, we got screwed over quite a bit at the beginning. But I'm telling you, like, as you go through Knockout Tour and you get fewer and fewer people in, it just gets so much better. Yes, I'd be happy if someone destroyed the bench I was sitting on too. This is a nice park. How come we never race through here? Yeah, if you, especially the regular races hyper, like 24 players is just a lot. You know, they nerfed a lot of the items to try and make it better, but ultimately, like, if you're not in, like, the top of the pack or the back of the pack, then you get, like, wrecked by so many items. Like, there's always people with shells, there's always someone with a mega mushroom to squish you, there's always a million different things. So the middle of the pack is very rough. And bagging is very OP. That's where you intentionally, like, slow down to get better items. It's very popular for people to just not get the boost at the start and to just get, like, boost items like mushrooms to take wild shortcuts. That's, like, the two different, like, play styles you gotta go for. Either you try to front run with a high speed class, or you go something with higher acceleration and try to get good items to get towards the end that you take shortcuts with. I still remember some races in Mario Kart Wii where it was all Funky Kongs. Yeah, I don't think I ever got that good at Mario Kart Wii to get that high up, but... But yeah, at the very least with Mario Kart World, like, you can see it on screen, like, there's a lot less people with the exact same kart combo. I'll give it that, like... In Mario Kart 8 and... well, Mario Kart Wii, like, everyone uses, like, the same kart combo because there's, like, an objective best kart and stuff. And while that, there is, like, a really good meta kart in Mario Kart World, it's just not the same as, like, in other games where everyone plays the same character and stuff. You see a lot more variety in the characters people play. That was crazy. Just barely hitting that and getting completely screwed. Oh well. This is unintentional bagging. Where you make a mistake and then you get good items because you're far back. Gold mushroom. Gold mushrooms are really good too. Maybe not on this particular part where it's just a straight road, but in other races on other parts where there's, like, massive corners you can cut, it's just really good. I'm just going to use this now because otherwise I'm going to be holding on to this for ages. Oh my goodness. Yeah, gotta love people throwing it back like that. Pause. Another golden mushroom, that's kind of crazy. Looks like there's not any item boxes for a bit here, so I'm going to hold on to this for a second. Yeah, there's one here. Still, I kind of want to hold for a little bit. We got one more corner until the next checkpoint. And see, now we can take this massive shortcut here. I felt like a long time I was just stunned there, but okay. Just get past the checkpoint. Yeah. Oh, for some reason I thought that was breakable. Oh well, unintentional bagging. See, look at this massive shortcut I'm able to take just because I have a gold mushroom. I went from back to like almost first. That's why bagging is so popular. I find it kind of odd that he just took all those bananas and at the same time didn't seem to be affected. Ow. Oh boy. Alright, there's the checkpoint. Just good time for a gold mushroom. Alright, our top 12 guaranteed. Just go ahead and steal something for me, my minion. Okay, let's get this junk out of the way. Oh great, a feather. I hate the feather in races, man. Like, it has moments where it's fine, but all it really does is it tosses you up in the air briefly. It doesn't give you a boost when you land. So ultimately, you just like do a little jump that doesn't really help you at all most of the time. You know what? Since I got these mushrooms, let's go to the ground here. Squish! Okay, well. And yeah, as per usual, someone of course has a shell the second I come out of big mode. We're close to the checkpoint. We gotta be top 8 to qualify. Oh, I must have barely made that. See, like one shell could completely screw you over. I stole a gold mushroom from someone. That's really unfortunate for them. Like, look at the shortcut I can take now. Just go a million miles off-road. And I still have 3 mushrooms left over. Here, let's do that. I guess you just don't lose your mushrooms. I figured you didn't, but I wasn't entirely sure there. That's something to keep in mind. Hello? The bomb is supposed to protect me. Well, this is the end. Oh well. I'll take top 8. That's still pretty good out of 24. And you know what? It worked out anyway, because it just happens to be the exact time I gotta end the stream. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all for coming by and watching the stream. I do appreciate it. Let's see. It is Sunday, so I gotta keep my streams to 2 hours, but I appreciate you all stopping in and saying hi and stuff. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button if you haven't already. And you can join the Steam group in Discord to get notified of when I go live. But yeah, I gotta get going. So thank you guys again for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.